I'm good.
Hello, people! Hope you all have been doing well and been drinking your water. Today is humongous, fungus, and all the other fungus days because I have a very tiny Maddie with me, including also, but not limited to, SaberSpark and Racer.
Hello.
Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
What's up?
Ah, we also have a
Hi.
Fiora, the tank girl in the chatty weddy, and Luximus. Hello. Hope you both are well.
Hello.
Luximus has a burrito blanket.
She
And
does?
Oh yes, and I'm forever envious.
It's a burrito blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, it's a tortilla blanket. She makes herself a burrito.
Like in real life or the OC?
No, in real life.
That's awesome.
I've seen it.
I kind of want that now.
No, now that the image is bigger, because I was dumb and didn't actually make the picture bigger when I was looking at it, I'm just seeing all the characters in the background
Yeah.
and realizing who's here. So that's really cool that I didn't actually take any notice. I'm sorry, everybody, I wasn't paying attention.
But Maddie!
Well, can you blame me? I'm very small. So...
Yeah, the name of the photo today is At the Gala, It's Dangerous, so take this. And that's Maddie.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Take a Maddie, apparently.
So
Hey, there's a Dusty cat here.
Dusty!
Hey, Dusty.
Oh.
Hi, Dusty.
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 Oh.
Don't I have a Dusty? I think I have a Dusty. Let's put Dusty in here. Dusty can be in
Yeah,
the
Dusty
background.
needs to be added to this picture. I feel like. Yeah.
Sure.
Make him small too, because I'm like the only small one.
So I think I only have one Dusty vector, and it's
Did Saber and ACRacerbest recognize anyone else in this image? I'm curious.
Just. Oh no, it's on Discord.
Well, Dusty is honorary Viking, so I'm gonna have him on my head. Yep. Easy peasy.
I recognize SaberSpark.
I recognize that DJ table.
That is a recognizable DJ table.
It is.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Is that a little lightning blitz sneaking out from underneath the table?
Yeah, or kind of inside the table. She just made a dimension hole and just like.
Yeah.
Like
She is small. She is small. This pleases me.
That is good. So before we start any of the regular questions, I have one question for you, Racer.
Okay.
Do you prefer chocolate milkshake or strawberry milkshake?
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is important.
Yes,
Very important. These are the hard-hitting questions right now.
Right. So when I was young, I probably would have answered just immediate, let's go chocolate milkshake. But in my days of gaining wisdom and years now on this long road to here, I've learned that strawberry milkshakes are nothing to be scoffed at. So it really depends on the day. If I chose right now what I'm feeling, I would say a strawberry milkshake.
Well, okay then. Then we need to give you a strawberry milkshake.
Thank you.
Oh, sure. Gonna be a big one.
Oh yes. I'm thirsty.
Easy. Yum, 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 yum. There you go.
I'm
I just
thirsty.
love
Give me a milkshake.
Whoa, that's
pictures.
huge.
Yeah, I know. Like, you add the pictures and they're always so big first, and I'm like, hey, just leave it like that. It's pretty funny. Like, just this giant milkshake just randomly appears, like, as if out of the ether. Like,
I can feel the point though that Saber's making, where really, if you're thirsty, you're probably not getting a milkshake.
Yeah.
No, that's
I'm
like
parched. Give me some smoothie.
Milk.
it's like you're thirsty, but you're also kind of a little bit hungry. Then you go for milkshake.
Gosh, what's the world like over on your side of the world right now?
Dark. It's night.
Is it night?
Yeah, it's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yay! Sleep! What is sleep? Sleep is a construct. Yay!
Sleep is for the weak.
At one point, Flitter Chris was like, maybe I can just start this podcast like,
Oh no.
6 hours ago and get away with it.
I know. No, I messed up the time zones, so I thought it was 9 p.m. for me.
Mm-hmm. Nope, it was 9 p.m. for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
So, time zones.
time zones should be illegal. There, I said it.
That's a new headcanon.
Mm.
But yeah. So what we usually start with is we talk a little bit about your OCs, but you guys are usually using non-ponies OC because you're doing like everything different or everything in between. So I was able to look at your Twitter profiles, but I didn't find like a proper picture of them. But do you guys want to talk about how they came to be? Because it's always interesting to hear how people like made their OCs, because it's a representation of yourself.
Of course. Race, go ahead. I want to hear about this profile picture of yours with
my Nick
face.
Wilde.
You skinned him.
This, and actually I'm feeling terrible right now because I'd love to credit the artist who made this, and I can't remember. As I'm going to be talking slowly, I'm also going to be doing a Google search. Yeah.
Like, I have one from Twitter here so people can see it, but...
Yeah, yeah. No, I love this little guy. This was put together while Zootopia was still in theaters. I ended up seeing Zootopia 30 times in theaters. That was paying for a ticket 30 times.
Wow.
Through most of those visits, somehow, some way, my dear wife Sarah went with me on many of those. So God bless her soul. But
that's
but
good,
yeah,
wifey.
yeah, no, someone drew this up, and I, like you said, like, a lot of as far as like my content has been around the Brony community and Brony fandom. But what I liked about this picture and why I've used it for so long is I feel like it's a nice, like, full representation of, I guess myself. So yeah, that's why I go with this little dude. I'm gonna still look this up, but yeah, that's essentially where someone drew this up, and I said, oh my god, I gotta use this, and here we are talking about it now.
Yeah. If you are able to dig up the artist's Twitter, I'm happy to share it in the chat in case maybe someone else wants to commission them.
I'm looking. I am looking. What about you, Saber?
Yeah.
I got a ton of them. I started off with My Little Pony, I guess, Sona, off-brand DJ Vinyl Scratch with the red eyes, Pegasi with the wings, the taller. Then I switched over to a cartoon Sona, as it goes, as one does.
Yes.
And that one had a orange button-up shirt and a nose and everything. And then after using him for about a year or so, I switched over to a little Tumblr-looking guy with a plaid shirt and rosy cheeks, and used him for like an episode. And I was like, yep, this isn't it. I don't know if this really jams with my style. And then I switched over to the current cartoon guy. I got rid of the nose. That was a game changer. Orange shirt, t-shirt, I think.
Yeah, he's on the screen.
No legs, and just, whether it me being the Rule 63 of Vinyl or the Rule 63 of Velma, that's just how I do. And now I'm a cat. Meow.
Oh no, can't be unseen.
well, the thing that I don't think a lot of people appreciate just how
They don't really. They really don't.
Just how committed Saber is to his representation.
Identity theft.
He's like, people haven't seen him. The next con you see him at, he doesn't have a nose anymore, and he's cut off his legs. Like, you're amazing.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
just running with it.
If you have a photo of your kitty cat, I will put it next to Dusty Cat because he says "Cats unite."
Cats,
Right. Yeah. I got a little. I don't know if there's a term for it, but anthrosona.
Yeah,
So I'm really excited about that.
that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah. Don't call it a fursona.
Yeah.
What's
No.
that?
Spread
Is
that
that what they
line.
call it? All right. Let's spread this.
I like
Venom.
Anthosona. That sounds nice. I
I've had
like
a lot
I'm just gonna say that just so I can spite people and speak.
Anthrosona.
Yeah.
It's
It's like an off-brand soda.
Dr. Thunder.
Oh my god! Oh no!
well, since Saber kind of gave a more elaborate answer there with the past of his OCs, so I'll kind of also explain, like, the one that you see here that's on the image. This was my original pony OC, which this is based off of.
Mm-hmm.
Was designed by my wife, Sarah.
Yay!
And she was the one. Like, I'm so indecisive when it comes to even the simplest things. It could be, at a restaurant, and I'm like, oh my god, but there's options. What if I choose the wrong one? Sarah was the one who kind of chose my cutie mark, and so that's like, and when I saw it, I went, yes, I love it. It has a Mickey Mouse and some confetti and whatnot. And so I fell in love with her creation. I've stuck with it. And yeah, there have been many people who have picked up the I guess this OC. Oh, thank you for the cake, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can stealthily and steady just surround you by food after this stream.
Please do. But yeah, no, and it's been fun, just kind of seeing all of our OCs all over the place. People have been very generous over the years and drawn art of us, of Saber and I, goofing off at conventions and whatnot. And I've always enjoyed everything that artists out there have come up with. So shout out to all the artists.
Yeah.
The unknown artist.
Dun, dun, dun.
And the narcissists.
Oof. So, Maddie, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
About the OC. Oh
yeah,
lordy.
the Dooney Brony, not the pony.
The Dooney Oh, okay. Well, on my Twitter, I'm now my Anthosona, which is basically just a dog version of my OC, because I don't really have an awful lot of OCs. I just have different forms of one.
Let's see.
But Maddie is the one I go with. She started off as just a standard human OC. Then she was a cat at one point as well, and then she changed back to like a humanoid kind of thing. And then I started doing pony related stuff, and I made a pony version of her, and that's what's on screen right now. In fact, the version of Maddie that's on screen is actually what I call Soldier Maddie, which is in the TF2 Analysis Anarchy series. Yeah, which I consider separate canon from my own thing, but it is still a lot of fun. So yeah, and what I refer to Maddie as is a Dooney, which is it's from Scottish folklore. It's a fairy that it has the ability to transform, so they can usually within folklore they can change from like a small humanoid type thing that's kind of similar to a brownie. Then Brownie is kind of like a hobbit kind of thing for those that don't know. Then they have like an old hag form, and also they have horse form as well, coincidentally. So I like having a character where I'm able to have her in different forms, especially as a representation for online content, because then if I'm talking about pony stuff, I can use the pony OC. If I'm talking about, I don't know, Disney stuff or whatever, I can use the Dooney OC, which is the one I use more often than anything else. And sometimes if I'm talking about The Simpsons or whatever, then I'll have a Simpsons version of my UC that I've drawn up. So I do different styles as well. At the moment, I have what I'm calling Mad Puppy, because the next video I'm working on for my channel is on the series Bluey, and I know Saber's made a video for Bluey recently, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So yeah.
Thanks, mate.
So hopefully I'll have that done soon. So yeah.
Dad.
That's it.
No.
That's it. The only thing that is consistent in my character design, she has always had the red hat. Always.
Scarf.
And well, she hasn't always had the scarf, but yeah, the hat is always there. Apart from in the TF2 series where she wears the helmet, but yeah.
That is true.
I'm done.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm fine.
So now comes the question. Also, I know you guys have. This is more specifically to the pony OCs. You. I'm English. Well, you, Saber, you already went a little bit into the pony OC, like it was the gender bent version of DJ Pone Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a specific reason why you chose to do that? And
I can't draw. I'm terrible, and was like, well, I can't come up with anything solely unique, so I'm just gonna copy this one. I'm not even joking. I was like, I like the cut of her jib, and I decided to make my own bastardized version of it, where I was like, yeah, you know what, why not? And I liked it. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I like the colors. I'm like, what's color theory? Don't even know. I'm just gonna copy this. So, yep. That's honestly, there's nothing particularly brilliant. I was just the lesser sons of greater sires.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
no. That works. Doesn't always have to be a tear-gripping story. Sometimes it's just, I like this, and then you...
That's exactly what my vibe was. I was like, I like this. This is good.
Yeah.
There's no cutie mark, though, because I think cutie marks are unrealistic.
Oh, okay. That is okay.
Unrealistic. In a show with talking ponies? With
Magic. In Discord? In Chocolate Rain?
I was feeling the same way. I was working on doing a video about Balto, like its trilogy.
Yeah, I can't
first-
wait for that video.
Yeah.
Oh, Balto.
Thank you.
Ah.
The first Balto movie, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's more loyal to the original, you know, actual historical event. But though they take their liberties, like, you know, talking dogs.
Yeah.
I don't think that was in the history books. So
No, as far as we know, they're talking to each other, just not to us.
this is true.
Da 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 da. Oh,
I don't
Boris.
remember polar bears in the story either, and
It's
I
Phil
don't think they
Collins in
were
particular.
Phil Collins. Yeah, I was going to say.
prove it.
Yeah, sure.
I know,
Let's
right?
just get a time
maybe,
machine.
maybe they were involved. We don't know.
But we have seen documentary of huskies and polar bears getting along. So I don't know. Maybe Balto had a secret friend or two that was very cuddly and very fluffy.
Oh, I discovered something where I was like, I didn't want to know that, where it was like a picture of like a husky getting like goofed on by a polar bear. I'm like, oh, they're friends, and it's like the husky was killed afterwards, and I was like, oh,
Oh no.
I'm like,
Aw.
nature sucks.
They're so
Nature.
friends. I still believe.
Phil Collins don't.
Yeah.
Oofda. Oh boy, but yeah, Balto was quite dear to me, both in childhood and grown up. So it's so rare for me to meet other people who has actually seen all three movies, because everybody knows about the first one. Some people know about the second one. The third one is like, what? They made a third?
No one should know about the third one.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Hello,
Reason.
Boris. It's me. I'm a goose, and I want to quack you.
I was just like, I'm happy for Uncle Boris, but this was weird.
I haven't seen them. The goose,
Uncle
the-
Boris, tear down this wall.
Yeah. It's
Oh, Maddie, you need to see it. It's awesome.
Oh, I have seen it.
Yeah.
Just trying to forget about
Memories.
it.
I'm trying precisely. It's been brought back. It's
Yeah.
like you've unlocked a core memory,
Oh no.
and I'm not happy about it.
Oh.
That goose, man, dude. What the heck?
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Ugh,
But
Lordy.
yeah, okay. Let's Saber. You said your wife had
Oh, I got me one of those.
you got yourself one of those, or
Damn, when did this happen?
Congrats.
I'm sorry, I was goofing. What's your question?
No, I was just, since we were talking about partners and stuff, I know me and Maddie has partners, and I know say Eraser, not Saber, has wifey.
I have a
So
wife.
a wifey, yeah, a wife.
I see.
A
I got a
waff.
wifey.
A waff.
I got a waffle.
Yeah, you got a waffle. I need to find a
Do
waffle.
I have a
now.
waffle?
Do you
Not
have a
yet.
waffle, or what's the? So if wives is waffles, does that mean a husband is a pancake?
He's more of a
Oh.
sausage.
You know, it's kind of funny because yesterday was Pancake Day in the UK.
Ah,
That might have been, that might have been today,
Finally,
actually.
a holiday worth being proud about.
yeah.
Or that might have been today, actually. I don't know. Anyway, so it was Husband Day.
Mm.
Sorry. That was good. That was a good answer.
I was saying, do I have a waffle? I thought I had a waffle. I have a stroop waffle. That works. Here, have a stroop waffle.
Please,
Yeah,
I'll take that.
yeah.
Well, it looks like the dog me that's on screen. Can I pretend that the cookie that's being thrown at me is a strip waffle?
There you
Yeah, there we go.
go. Copy and
Whoa, that's a
There we
giant strip
go.
waffle right there.
there we go.
Excellent.
All the
Thank
stroop
you.
waffles.
Thank you.
Well, varsågod.
Oh, the strip waffles for me. Thank you.
Ja, varsågod. Yeah. If you don't feel comfortable answering that question, that's okay. It's just,
Oh, what was the question?
do you have a waffle or a sausage?
Now be careful how you answer this in the context that it was.
I don't really eat breakfast, so you know.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. Or in case it would be a hot carrot in the pony universe, because they have carrots instead of hot dogs.
I think it works. Yeah,
Yeah.
that tracks.
Yep.
Cool enough.
So, Racer, tell us a little bit
Yes?
more about your pony, or did the wife, or did the waffle design everything?
Well, yeah, she decided, like she created the whole thing. So from the color palette, which was partially based off of, you know, like my hair color and whatnot, my eye color. So like she took elements of my beauty and she
Yes.
applied it to a horse, and that is what has been created, is me. So yes,
So,
and that is the gist.
yes.
Ah.
There you go. Waffy.
I'm still laughing about the wifey waffle. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just being in my own little corner over here laughing.
That's okay. So then we have the background, or we have the background and the pony. Did any of your pony OCs have a background story to it, or was it purely just sort of a mascot?
Mascot for me. I don't really have any lore behind mine.
Yeah, same. Like I've always seen my OC as just me.
Okay. Yeah.
So kind of same. Like I don't have a built-in lore outside of, I guess, my life story.
That's fine.
Yeah. So there I am.
Yeah.
There I am. Yeah, the troublemaker as a kid. Well, still troublemaker. Yeah. And no additional lore.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
No, that's not right. You need to know the how, the where, the why, the who, all of this nonsense.
Oh, I know it. We know we know it. But no one else will ever know.
Nobody gets access to the family tree, I see.
Ah. Right. Well, okay then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Maddie, your turn.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Like I said earlier, it's not really a pony OC. She's a Dooney, so her backstory is more to do with she's like what they said. Although she does have a backstory and stuff like that, she is used primarily as an avatar online or just a character to represent me with my online content. So although she has a backstory, it's not necessarily that important to share with everybody. Yeah, there is a story there. There is a story there, but I'm keeping it close to me.
Yes.
Sorry.
Strawberries. Do I have strawberries? I didn't see if I have
What?
strawberries.
Oh,
Strawberry.
okay.
Well, I have strawberry pie. That works. The pie. Do.
You're gonna just like have a giant strawberry on AC's hat or something.
No, I only have the pie, sadly.
Oh, a pie on AC's head then. Oh,
That's
giant
what I
pie. There we go.
Is it?
said. I accept.
It's your crown now.
Ooh.
Crown. Pie crown? There we go. Thingy, I need you to move. Here we go. Ah,
I want pie now.
you're welcome.
Ah. I don't even like pie, but that pie looks really yummy.
It is.
Ah.
Looks very yummy. So, since we're in the topic of food, what is your guys' favorite dish to eat?
Oh gosh, man, there's so much food in the world. There's so much to love on.
Sausage.
Sausages and eggs. Sausage wrapped waffle.
Oh.
I mean, I love all kinds of food. I love Japanese food. I love sushi. I love good old Mexican food, from fajitas to chicken soft tacos and carne asada. I like spaghetti. I like all kinds of. I just love food. You know, I love a good sandwich. You know, rye bread can suck it though. I hate it. Yeah, I love food. It's delicious. I'm glad this body needs it because I like it.
That is good. But do you have, if you have to put like one thing on the spot, or like the thing that will comfort you the most to have for food, like would it?
I mean, I'll sorry. I would, honest to God, I feel that's a good sub sandwich, not Subway, because Subway doesn't make good sandwiches. But just a good sandwich. Like if someone's like, "Hey, I made you a sandwich," and I'm like, "Whoa, this is like ham and cheese and good vegetables and condiments," and I'm like, "Yo, let me just take a handful of chips and crunch it in the bread, and I'm going to town."
Yeah.
Solid answer.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, approve. For me, it would be a carne asada, wet burrito, just smothered in some nice green pork chili sauce and just covered in cheese. It's
called chili verde.
Oh.
Happiness.
Yeah, no, like there's a specific place we go to out here in Southern California, this restaurant called Pepe's, and it's like, man, if I had to choose one thing to eat for the rest of my life, it's like that's it. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, that is my answer, a Pepe's wet burrito.
I've had that before. It's exceptionally good. It's like I mean, I'm not sure if it's a hole-in-the-wall place or if it's got a few other locations, but the one we went to, it's like, I'm like, yeah, this is like made with like actual care and like quality ingredients and know-how. It's delicious.
Yeah,
little creamy orange soda.
Oh yeah, I love that, the little orange bang.
It's tasty.
They started out, I think, as a hole-in-the-wall place, and they only have a couple of, I think, at most 3 or 4 locations that I know of. So they're still pretty small. But yeah. Yes.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Solid.
Salad.
Yeah. Well, not salad, but I gotta tell you guys a story. So, you guys maybe remember I met both of you at BabsCon last year.
Just by so quickly. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. After that, I went to visit my friend, Blissy Boo, and she and Aeon of Dreams showed me the wonder that is called Earth Burger.
Earth?
Oh,
Earth Burger.
Earth Burger.
I'm assuming this is the fake meat.
Yeah,
burger?
it's a vegan fast food burger place basically, but they have like tacos and burritos as well. But the thing is, they made it so good that we almost ate there every single day I was there for that 1.5 weeks. It was crazy.
Sometimes you find your good old standby. You're like, I love it. It's my go-to. I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burger, where did you go? Burger.
The
did my
burger's
burger?
there.
Oh,
Oh, where's the
look me
burger?
up.
It's a giant burger at
Where?
your feet.
No.
Burger.
The
There
burger.
you go.
Burger.
Oh, it did disappear. Oh, I don't know.
But that's
Magical
not the
burger.
burger.
Magical burger disappeared.
Hey,
Maddie, did you eat my burger?
No,
Are you sure? Where did my burger go?
I don't know. It's well, it's a vegan burger, so we can't say it got up and walked
There.
away. So, like,
Are you sure? I can promise you, as a daughter of a gardener and a Norwegian, there are plants that can actually walk.
yeah. Okay.
Called hippies.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Maddie can hold my burger.
Oh, you're entrusting me with your precious Earth burger.
Yes. Don't
Ooh.
mess it up.
I am honored. I am honored, but also a little bit scared.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, fair the Viking. Rawr. So Maddie, your turn.
My favorite food. I know
Yes.
Saber just mentioned he liked Japanese food. I like a good katsu curry.
Oh.
Not from I don't know if is Wagamama's in the US? I don't know. It's
We
like
got what now?
Wagamama's.
Usually that costs extra.
It's a Japanese chain place. I know they're
I haven't heard of them.
We got
Okay.
Panda Express.
Yeah.
Panda Express, but yeah, if you can find like a good Japanese place, and like the katsu curry is usually my go-to.
Check that out.
Yeah, it's good.
I've heard of
Or-
it, but I've never tried it.
Right. Well, what else? I mean, you can't. Being from the UK, I'm not very familiar with a lot of Mexican food. I really want to try more of that. So,
When I watched the Great British Bake Off and Paul Hollywood called it tacos, I'm like, man, I'm
tacos.
gonna throw you in the Boston Harbor, bro.
Dude, no.
What's happening?
Why? Why?
Warning, you're about to break the Maddie. Warning.
I also just love a good. I know here it's served more of a side dish than a main, but I like a good plate of macaroni cheese.
That's good.
Which is really funny because I'm lactose intolerant, but I like to torture myself. So there we go.
Maddie.
I'm a masochist.
No.
Or, just good old chicken soup, just nice and simple for me. Because when I lived in Scotland, we were very much like self-efficient, so we didn't really eat a lot of processed food. So
I don't know.
yeah,
how you do it.
we a lot of it is just handmade stuff. Yeah, and then I moved here, so a whole new world has opened up to me in regards to the amount of food that's available. Like, you guys have no idea how good you guys have it in regards to the choice. This is incredible.
Listen, we don't have free healthcare, but we got some food options.
No, you
We don't, we don't have free
healthcare,
healthcare, but we have free refills. So
Well said.
Oh,
Well
yeah,
said.
I do like free refills. I do approve of that. That's something I
Take
think
that,
the UK
Europe.
should adopt, but they won't.
Maternity leave, more like I'm leaving for Taco Bell.
You get free healthcare if you live in the UK, but you have to pay for your refills.
Tyrant Solomon.
Who's actually losing
Yeah, right.
here?
Right.
I do have a funny story before we move
Sounds
on real quick.
pretty oppressed.
Like when I first moved over, I have a little story with my now husband, fiance at the time, or no, this was before we got engaged actually. Picked me up from the airport, and I'd just been traveling for 2 days straight, so I was really tired. So I didn't want to go to a restaurant or anything. I just wanted to get like fast food or something. And I saw advertised Wendy's, which at the time was not in the UK. They are now, but they weren't at the time. So I didn't say anything because I was really sleepy, but we were just driving down the street, and then out of the corner of my eye I see Wendy's, and I just go like let out a huge gasp, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong?" And I just go, "A Wendy's." And he was like, "Oh God, I thought there was something seriously wrong." Like, so
What do
now
you get from Wendy's?
Every time we drive by a Wendy's, we always go, "A Wendy's." So it's a tradition now. Usually, I just go for a number 6, which is just the normal burger. Although I do prefer to get something spicy if I can. But yeah, just good
Also,
old chicken burger. Yeah.
I got a problem with Wendy.
Oh.
What you do?
Yeah.
Oh, she was rude. She was very rude. So rude. You see.
We're listening.
It was one of the first times I was in America, and I was traveling with a friend at the time to...
Oh no, I remember the story.
Oh, you do.
I do. Yes.
We were traveling to see some Native American places, and it was more of a spiritual journey. So we stopped at Wendy's because, dinner and hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And with all my food allergies, we need to find a place that has something that can offer. So we found food, we sat down, we had people with us, and food came to the table, everything was fine, but then I had asked the waiter to not have ice in my soda because I have stupid teeth that are sensitive to cold and heat.
Right.
So okay, this is ice, and I don't want them to throw out the soda just.
And you call yourself Norwegian.
Yeah, I know. I don't have the Frost-resist gene. I've been cheated out. So the thing is, I saw in her the apron that she had some straws that were like packed, so you can rip them off and use.
Right.
And I asked, would it be possible that I could get a straw for my soda? And she said, "No, we don't have anyone. They're only for children." And I just answered, "And what am I, a potato? You have an in your forklift." And she just left.
Yeah.
It's just...
Like, no, you're not allowed a straw. They're only for adults. How dare?
Okay.
They're only for children. I mean, oh my god.
So to be clear on this story, this happened where?
Second Mesa. It's about 5 hours away from Phoenix.
But at what restaurant did this happen?
Wendy's.
You had a waiter at a Wendy's? You weren't at a Wendy's.
Oh, this said Wendy on the stuffy wuffy.
It was a mock Wendy's. They don't.
Race, it was Wendy with an I at the end.
There ain't no waiter at Wendy's. They've set up a fake sign.
I will be your waiter tonight at the Wendy's. Might I tempt you with a spicy chicken nugget? Might I tempt you with the honey mustard?
Oh no.
So,
But still, regardless, like, for a waiter to refuse to give you a straw,
yeah.
like when they're right there, I mean, they're practically wearing them. I'm like, come on, what's that all about?
I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Oh,
So apparently I found a fake Wendy.
You found a fake one.
You found a mock Wendy's. No, I want to find a Wendy's that serves me like that. Like sit down and be like, waiter,
It's
may
like,
I have your finest baconator? Thank you.
is your fuck
Side of
knife.
Oh my
The
god.
straws are for the children.
No, it's like ordering a Happy Meal and not getting a toy.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
No.
I got that as a kid when I was traveling with my parents. That my father was ordering, and he said a Happy
Right.
Meal, but the waiter or the people in the cashier didn't see him come in with the family. So when me and my little brother, or my big brother, not little brother, but we were small. So when we opened the toy, like the box to get the toy, because of course that's what you're most excited about when you're a kid, there were no toys.
Oh.
And we were
Justice.
Food.
it's
Right.
just like, what the heck? So my mother went out to the counter and asked, like, hey, why wasn't there any toys in the Happy Meals? And the cashier, like, why would a grown man want toys?
Oh, that's the wrong question.
Uh-huh.
How dare they?
Yeah, I heard this. I, of course, came running to my mother and started crying on purpose because
You know,
as a kid, I knew that a kid crying usually makes people pay attention. Because back then, it was rare that I had attention because I spent most of the time in my woods. Maybe a bit too much information.
Dude,
sorry.
I get even much more attention when I cry as an adult.
not wrong.
Oof, though.
Me wanting toy, me wanting toy. Sir, this is the DMV.
Oof, though.
Remind
Yeah.
me to never go to a restaurant with you because these fast food restaurants are just not treating you right.
Yeah. Just I can never go to fast food ever again. What's the next thing? I'm not getting my food?
Oh, that happened to me actually.
What?
Yeah, we were doing a road trip. This was when I was a really little, like really young kid.
Mm.
Like I say little, I'm still little. I'm only 5'2".
Oh, it's a wee little Maddie.
I know. No. I think I was maybe about 9 or 10 or something, maybe slightly older. And there was 5 of us in the car, and it was really late at night. We were traveling back home from something, I can't remember what. And we were really hungry. Oh, hello, cake.
No.
And we stopped at McDonald's to order some food, and it was just the drive-thru. So they placed the order, and they gave us our food. Everyone got their meals, but I didn't get my Happy Meal. My Happy Meal was not included. And by the time we realized, we were already driving.
What the heck?
Yeah!
Has anyone ever driven like so a lot of the drive-throughs that we have, there's a window to pay and then there's a window to pick up your food.
Mhm.
Has anyone ever paid and then driven away? just driven all the way out?
Have you?
Just pay.
Not more than once. You don't make that
Oh.
mistake twice.
So it's weird that it happened. How did this
But I'm
happen?
like, wait a minute. I've been robbed.
My food.
Yes.
I've been robbed. Yes, you're never here when I need you.
I'm sorry. It's a bit hard. Like before you were underneath me and then a little pond, and now you're crossing the big pond. It's even harder.
You don't make that mistake twice.
Well, if you're gonna take it a positive way around, there has been a few times when I gone to drive-through food that I actually got an extra item because the other one drive from it. And since they didn't come back, they were like, hey, would you like this free ice cream or this free mocha latte? And I'm just like, I don't drink mocha latte, but I can give it to my dearest. They say,
I
yeah,
need to go through drive-thrus with you.
yeah.
Get free food.
Woohoo!
Don't drive with me because you might not get your food.
So what I hear is that me and Maddie needs to go to drive-thru just to see what happens.
Place your bets. What's going to happen? Are we going to get extra food, or maybe we're not going to get any food at all?
Saber, were you gonna say something?
I mean, I went to Wendy's one time and ordered, just like, I forget, some combo meal. But then they were like, give me my bag. And I was driving down the road and I looked and there was like 20 or 25 just nuggets just dumped in a bag and that was it. I'm like, well, I didn't get my fries, but I got a pretty big net gain here with my nuggets. So
You go back and you're like, my fries.
My fans.
I think this makes things right.
Cannot buy me.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, we actually have a question.
Oh.
Yeah, a question for everyone. What is your favorite video game on any console, including Steam Deck? Since I'm hearing a lot of I'm gonna start with Unpacking. It's a very relaxing, chill little game that is basically you going through a person's life and unpacking whenever they move into a new place.
That sounds zen.
Yeah.
I've seen that game. It's really adorable. Really cute art and stuff. Yeah.
I just wish they added more levels.
I like Kingdom Hearts, the first one. I like
Ooh,
the Halo
yeah.
trilogy. I like World of Warcraft back when I played it a decade and a half ago. Doom.
Yes.
Doom's fun. I'm sure I'm forgetting some other answers, but yeah, they'll come to me. I'm gonna keep thinking.
I think my well, I do enjoy. We're gonna be iRacing later tonight, most likely. So
Ooh.
good answer, Saber. We so speaking of video games, my wife and I have a gaming channel called Ready Player Dumb, and it's on YouTube, and we also have a Twitch channel.
I think I posted those links underneath the stream so people would be able to find the links there. I think I included that one as well. I will double check.
Nice. Yeah, so we've been through a lot of games in the last couple years. I had kind of been getting behind on my gaming, and Sarah's like, we got to do it. And so we got the channel going, and we've been having a lot of fun with that. But I think my favorite game of all time is probably a game called Test Drive Eve of Destruction. It's a Demolition Derby racing game.
Wow.
Physics-wise and everything, it's like the most accurate one I've ever played, and it was like on the PlayStation 2. And it's just it was always a lot of fun. I think I probably got the most hours of any game out of that game. I also love like Kingdom Hearts, like the main games. We're right now working through the third one. I've never actually played through it, so we're doing that right now. And then I also want to, I guess, give a shout out to the Ace Combat series. I really,
Sounds fun.
yeah, I really enjoyed those. And then also Sea of Thieves. Been getting a lot of hours out of Sea of Thieves, playing that with friends, and that's the pirate online open world game. We've been playing a lot of that. Oh, it is ridiculously time taking, and it is so much fun.
Cool. For me, games. My favorite game of all time is System Shock, which is
what?
it's a game from like 1994. It was one of the very first 3D survival horror set in space. It's basically what prefaced like Dead Space and BioShock and all that. The graphics are awful in comparison to today's, but the story is so good that you just don't care how bad the graphics are. And yeah, but I also enjoyed Fallout series. I've been playing a lot of Skyrim recently. But I said System Shock is my favorite game. I think, although that is in the top, like I love Batman Arkham City because that is the only video game I've ever played that genuinely made me cry.
No.
Which is really stupid, but like proper cry. Even though I knew what was going to happen, it still made me cry. And it's just a
Batman's
genuinely
parents
fun
die?
game to play. Batman's parents die. I didn't know. It didn't coming. No. It was just what happens at the end. It was just very tragic. So yeah, which it could have easily been prevented as well. It's like, if you just did this instead.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Yeah.
So apparently my Twitch didn't like that, so I'm gonna have to make a separate Stuffy Wuffy for Ready Player Dumb, and that is okay.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see. Yeah.
But I didn't like it as in it didn't like post it as a link.
It didn't let me post it properly, so
that's
I
weird.
just like I have you guys' social media and YouTube and Patreons links down below. I'm also making a separate one for Ready Player Dumb. I just need to remember how do I type English. Because my dyslexica is making everything hard. Yay! And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna ask you guys a question that usually most people like to have some time to think about. And that is, we'll start with you, Racer. If you could make, before My Little Pony the season ended, if you could make a double length episode about any of the characters that are canon, what would you have made?
Oh.
Steal my answer and die. Why'd you bark? Arr! Rocky.
I want to say. Do you already have an answer, Saber?
I do.
I'm gonna let you go first.
I want a two-parter about just the 1,000 years ago when Celestia and Luna were. I want a little time jump of them as kids, them as teens, them as young adults, them as adults.
Ooh, nice.
Gonna be like, what was Equestria beforehand? Let's get some lore building. Let's see what, a bunch of other
Lore.
Alicorns walking around. But I'm thinking Alicorns, Hasbro's like, meow. Only a few for merchandise.
Merchandise. Yeah, more lore is always welcomed. I'm a lore horse myself.
Yeah, Saber was begging for that, like each and every season that went by. He's like, "Come on, just give it." Yeah, let's see, because I like for me, I remember as the seasons were coming out, one of my answers at one point was getting to know Rainbow Dash's family, and then we ended up getting to know Rainbow Dash's family. So I was like, oh, I got it. So I never really thought about like, what else do I need to see or want to see? So I think the only proper answer is a 2-part episode of all main six, and each of them figuring out who they make out with the best.
Like kissing or as partners?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I understand, like, it would be interesting to see. Also, we know that Pinkie Pie ended up with cheese sandwich. But,
Of
like,
course.
it would be interesting to see if any of the others also got partners. So that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was being very thoughtful in my decision making. So, yes.
More lore! Maddie!
The lore.
The lore!
We need the lore.
The lore. It's all about the lore. Get Matt Pat on the phone.
I think one of the things I would have liked to have seen more of. I mean, we did get it to a point, kind of. I would have liked to have known exactly what happened to Applejack's parents.
Ooh. Yeah.
Who died?
I know. How? We don't know.
What?
Hang on, wait a minute. What? They died?
I feel like if I talk about how they died, it seems a little bit like almost kind of like. I see where you're coming from, but I'm like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I just mean like we got to know them in like one episode.
Carbon
which was, like-
monoxide.
The Titanic.
Da 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 da.
It's Titanic. Oh lordy. Yeah, we got to know them at least in one episode, which yeah. I think that's my answer, but I think I would have liked to have seen more stuff with Featherweight. I don't know. Purely because he had a very interesting design.
Yeah.
And I just would have liked to have seen him get more attention, but yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing to do about his what's it called? Also, he was one of the very few spotted ponies.
Yeah, it looked like he was painted.
Yeah, kind of. He reminds me of OC, very close to you. If it doesn't ring a bell, I'm gonna say your sausage. Your hubby.
Oh,
He has
yeah,
the same colors.
Yeah, well, Kick It, my husband has at least 2 pony OCs I know of. I'm sure he has more. The one that he has so many OCs, it's not even funny. So
Okay.
Yeah.
He's OC dense, isn't he?
Nope.
Huh?
Sorry? He's dense with them.
Oh.
OCD.
Very much so. Yeah. No, his the pony OC that he has that we usually ship with Maddie is a painted pony. So
Yeah, it's the same colors and spotted. So I was like, are you sure it's not because he looks like your hubby?
No, I got confused because I know lots of people that have like painted pony OCs, and because he has so many, I forgot for a moment that he had one of those. So...
I only know about him. I only know about him and Biscuit, who has like half cow, half pony OC.
There's a lot.
Okay. Well, I do know Myth Pony has an alicorn who has like the spotted Appaloosa horse patterns, but that's not exactly the same.
Not quite, no.
No, but that's okay.
I don't really know enough about the names of horse breeds to be exact here, so yeah, I just I know a few, but I wouldn't call myself.
Call yourself a brony.
No.
And you haven't gotten yourself the horse. I can't English today. Encyclopedia.
No.
Encyclopedia? What the heck? Encyclopedia.
No, I'm a brony. I should know every single name in the equine library, but no.
It's cracks me up when like people who have like English as their second language are like, I'm so sorry, I can't. I'm like, I can't even say like a single Norwegian word. You're good.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people is able to say ufta.
Ufta.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Exactly. Ufta is kind of like a saying like, oi, something happened to you. Are you okay? I'm sorry. Like, it's a, like, say you slip and fall on your behind, but you're okay. And then people say, ufta, are you okay? Or somebody loses their ice cream. Ufta.
Ufta.
Yeah.
Oh,
So now you know the Norwegian word.
that's a sad scenario.
Ufta.
Right. I thought you were happy people.
We are happy people. I also know that they use that word a lot in Minnesota because they have a lot of grandpa and grandmas that are originally Norwegians.
Ah.
So a lot of Minnesota people talk like Norway, which is fun. We have a few questions, but before we take the questions, I want to say, so we have a interesting range of episodes. We have lore, and we have more lore, and we have, I want to just know more about this pony, which is kind of nice. So, ska vi se. Luximus. She has a question for...
My daughter!
Your daughter has a question for her mother. Are you doing any more conventions this year? If you are we going to continue our mother-daughter meme? LMAO?
I need to explain what the daughter meme is.
I don't have a Luximus vector. Luximus! Send me your OC so I can put you next to Maddie.
Okay, so when I was at Pony Cider Fest, Luximus and her sister, we were hanging out and we needed to go get some food at some point, and we wanted to order pizza, and I thought, oh hey, it's not far, let's just walk and hang out for a bit. And we decided to walk, but it's pouring with rain, so we decided to go into this like little convenience store that's near the hotel we were staying at. So we were just buying snacks and stuff, and then for some reason the person running the shop asked me, oh, are these your daughters? And I'm like, dude, do I really look that old? I mean, I'm only 36. Like, dude, really? No.
Oh.
I mean, granted, Luximus and her sister are quite a lot younger than me, but I didn't think that it was that much. So now Luximus is my daughter. So, yeah. But so if you're at another convention and you just hear us just shouting, "Mother, daughter," that's why. Anyway, am I going to any more conventions this year? Yes, I will be attending BabsCon. So I'm looking forward to that because it's my first time. And I will be vending and doing a few panels, so that would be fun. So yes, we will continue the mother-daughter meme.
Babs.
I will not let the meme die.
Come on. It's wonderful when stuff like that happens. It's good memories.
It's really not.
Yes, it is.
Like, no,
It's wonderful when you're reminding that you're dying slowly.
No, not that part. Like the funny mother and daughter thing.
Yeah,
Sad.
I guess.
Also, I don't know, but mostly for like at least most Norwegian mentalities that I know about, like dying, it's just another adventure. So
yeah,
most
You say this with your fair skin, Nordic genes, and living to be 400-year-old Vikings.
Excuse you, I turned 30 last week. I'm fine. I'm still growing old.
you're just a wee baby.
I'm not a wee baba. I'm a grown up.
Anyway,
Ska vi se. Luximus, did you send it on Twitter or on Discord? Yes! There you go. Luximus, waiting.
Luximus says Antonici's dead. I was like, what? He's dead. Like, oh.
Wait, what? Wait.
Who did? Who died?
See, no, not Dad.
Oh, Dad. But wait, so does that mean mother and father are divorced and you have two dads? Because Maddie is married?
I'm not going to answer that. Good Lord.
Also, ADHD. Whee! Everything goes wrong.
No.
Yes.
Everything's going good. We're having fun. This is fun.
Yeah, that's good. Ska vi se. Next question is from Noah again. Another question for everyone. If you want to make a Nickelodeon crossover, what would you cross it over with and why?
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh.
So with like 2 Nickelodeon shows?
Yes.
How about the Wild Thornberries
Oh, yeah.
and Rocco's Modern Life?
That's gonna be so much chaos. Oh, that's cool.
Rocket Power,
Oh god.
And Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Ooh, nice.
Oh lord.
Squid.
Right. I'll never find my honor. We can find some Munchkin at the shore shack, though. But not only until after I make fun of you because I'm a bully. Hey,
Aw.
Twister.
Mundo.
I can't do Twister's voice or it might be considered insensitive.
Yeah. Try to avoid that, yes.
Oh, what would I cross over? I don't know. I don't really watch an awful lot of Nick's shows, so I don't know. Rugrats and Lighthouse, I guess. I really don't know. I say Lighthouse, but I want to watch like 2 episodes.
For me, I really, really like Avatar: The Last Airbender. So
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to do that, but a fun combination would be Hey Arnold and Wings Club.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm.
And for the record, I do like the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I just
Yeah.
forget that that's a Nickelodeon show sometimes.
Yeah, I grew up with Nickelodeon on the TV, and for some reason, for some bizarre reason, every other show was in Norwegian, but Avatar: The Last Airbender was in Swedish.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. But the thing is, I have family a little bit across all over the world anyway, and as a kid, I grew up watching. I don't know the English word for this, but it's called The Old Man and the Cat Who Lives on a Farm, and they have like a red house and there's like small adventures. They had like Christmas episodes, and they were in Swedish with Swedish text. So as a kid, I learned Swedish by those videos, or VHSs.
Ah.
So it was completely fine. It was just a bit weird. Next question. Magic Firestar Flash. Question for Race. What has been your favorite Brony reaction to do?
Oh.
Oh.
Favorite? I default these days to the season finale.
Oh.
Or sorry, the not season finale. We did a lot of those. 9 to be exact. Well, actually, we did 8. But the series finale, when we all got together and I was able to bring back reactors from just about every react that we've worked with. Just about everyone that I wanted to bring back. It was really nice to see how many people were willing to, come back to it, and because the way I did it is we had our group of reactors, but then the second half we all talked about what the show and the community and the whole experience meant to each of us, and that was just for me it was very special to have that many people be willing to return. A lot of which a lot of these folks haven't been involved in the fandom for years, and just seeing where they are now, it was kind of just like a nice little I guess look back. It was like opening up a time capsule, but being able to see, well, where is everyone now? And yeah, so that was really special to me. Plus, a lot of the show staff got involved with it.
That's nice.
So yeah, that was just a really neat experience, the entire thing, and then seeing how everybody everyone else reacted to it in the audience. Yeah, that meant a lot to me. It was majorly sentimental.
That's nice. That's also a question I'm kind of curious about. How did you start the Bronies Reacts, and if you did, how did that come to your mind to do something like that?
Yeah, I started it. So way back when, the first React we ever did was to the Fine Brothers had a series called Teens Reacts, and they did a reaction to basically just to My Little Pony, but it was it was aimed at the fandom being, consisted of a lot of older guys, and so they had the teens react to it. Basically, they just showed them the opening to the show, and then they asked some questions based off of that, like why do you think men would enjoy this? And naturally, a lot of the answers were not very flattering towards the fandom. And so at the time, there were a lot of people that were kind of like, oh, great,
That way.
No,
No.
dot. And I was just, I had watched it, and at the time I'd already been making some videos. Nothing on screen. Most of it was like editing bits with the show, kind of in the same I guess like idea of like how the anthologies were put together, because those were big inspirations of mine to get into content creation with the fandom in the first place. And I just kind of sat back and I'm like, this is a React series, so technically what if the fandom reacted to the teens' reaction of us?
Oh.
And it was one of those ideas. I probably got it late at night, but I was like, maybe I'll see if I can put this together. And so I started hitting up a lot of people, and at the time I didn't really know anybody in the fandom. And outside of the few videos that I had done, nobody knew me. And I started going to people. I was searching online bronies with a camera because that was like my only basis for finding anyone that might be willing to be in the video. And some of the people I was already familiar with their work. One of the people that I hit up was Dusty, and Dusty was willing to get hop on board with this. And then some of the other guys, Brony, Mike, Denotive, Soul Rack. This was it was a really, I was surprised that anybody was even willing to trust me with doing this. I think I've named just about everybody. Tombstone was on there as well. But I just, there was something about the fact that this group, like I said, was able to trust me to do this collaboration without really knowing anything about me outside of, well, he does have some pony videos. So I hit everybody up, and I told them, I said, here's my plan. Like, I'll ask questions, we'll react to their video, but I forget how much I emphasize this. I think I emphasized it a bit, but I knew my plan going into making the video was I didn't want it to be like where we're like defending ourselves. I didn't want it to be a video where it's like, oh, bronies, no, that's not true, we're cool. I'm like, on the internet, that's not going to do anything for you. So what I wanted was just to make it funny. I'm like, I just want this to be a laugh. And so that's, I started getting people's footage, and I put the video together, and I released it, and I had at the time 167 subscribers on my channel, and I was like, well, we'll see what this does. And I think it took 3 days, if that, for that video to hit 100,000 views. Like it exploded.
Wow.
And it was neat, because that was really also my, I guess you could really say, my introduction into the fandom. Like, I had already been getting into some of the music and some of the content, the video creations, the anthologies. But with that video, that's what got me to know people like Denotive, who was in the musician group, and I became friends with a lot of the musicians that people knew. Back in the day, I was very actually tight knit. That was kind of the original group that I was actually close to before I got to know Saber really well, and a lot of our group. So I was able to just get to know everybody through that, and it was it really in the end, it was just a really neat experience, and it went so well. There was never plans to make more, but when the first one did so well, some of the people from the first one were coming back to me saying, "Hey, or should we make we should make another one?" And that was around the time also where the Derpy situation happened, and
What happened,
and
Derpy?
Lorelai, she died, and
What?
but yeah, with her whole voice fiasco and all that stuff, and then we just kept making more. It was the Derpy one that my dear friend SaberSpark joined in on the fun.
I ate a muffin.
He did. He bought 2. One made it to the set.
That one died on the way home.
Like Derpy. But yeah, no, it was really cool. I look back at it, and again, I'm a very, very sentimental person. And so when I look back at just where I am now, as far as like here I am hanging out with you guys and just chilling on this afternoon, but all the experiences I've been able to have at conventions and whatnot, it's just been it just means a lot that people gave me that opportunity in the first place to be able to put something like that together. So yeah, that's the long answer to your short question.
Also, I like most lore ponies or lore people in any kind of universe that you're a fan of, we love long stories because they have a lot of information.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So there's yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
And then my question was made.
Just wait until I tell you how I got my cutie mark. It's a gem.
Oh, Lord.
Pinkify never change.
I have a lot of food.
Yes, more will come.
Giant cookie.
Yes. You already have a cookie.
I want more cookies. Give me all the cookies. Giant cookie.
So, Saber, except for the Balto video that you're working on now, what other things are you currently working on? That's kind of the wrong
Yeah.
word, but
I mean, I'm working on a video about Jehovah's Witnesses, and they've been acting all cray-cray.
yeah.
Working on a video about... I got some topics I'm kind of keeping close to my chest. I'll reveal it when the time comes.
Of course.
But yeah, the Jehovah's Witness one, we'll just say that's been taking up most of my time, and I'm excited about it. So, staying busy, trying to make this a good year before I inevitably blow it up.
Yeah. That's a question. If we're gonna go by cartoon logic, if you blow up, what will actually come out of the explosions?
High cholesterol.
That's what I meant. I meant more like, will it be confetti or normal explosions, or will it be food or...
My dear, if it's high cholesterol, it will be nothing but confetti.
Oh my gosh.
For me, it would probably just be a bunch of Zootopia merchandise.
All the plushies.
Sarah says I shouldn't eat them, but I mean...
Well, you shouldn't eat a plushie.
I know the song says try everything, but that's going a bit far.
Is it though?
Is it the...
Also,
okay.
technically, if you make it out of the right fabric, you can eat it.
Thank you.
So, but that would be kind of horrifying. Oh my gosh, Brain, why are you ADHD? Oh my gosh. No.
To the club.
Oh, in the club, we've got jackets.
I got both, but okay. So you said yes, thank you, and I was just like, no, wait. What do people usually do with food? Well, we eat it, and we have eating competitions. No. Who can eat the most
eating
plushies?
competition?
Yeah.
I think AC would win by the sounds of it.
Oh
Only if there's Zootopia.
no. Yeah.
plushies.
my gosh, imagining like you getting to the very end and you're like so stuffed, pun not intended.
Oh.
And then you have to eat. Then you have to eat the boss of the police.
Oh. Buy one, get one free.
Yeah. But yeah.
What would mine be?
Yeah, what would your be? If
Lucky
you
Charms.
exploded.
Huh? What?
I said Lucky Charms because you're Scottish.
Oofta.
I don't know where to start with that statement. Like, where do I start? First of all, Lucky
I
Wait,
know,
Charms.
man.
I'm sorry. Is that Irish?
Yes.
Oops.
It made it perfect.
It's okay. It's fine. It happens all the time. No. Yeah. Okay. Fine. It would just follow up with the keep the joke going.
It's
if I
VHS
exploded.
copies of Braveheart.
All right. Fine. You know what? If I explode, it will just be a bunch of haggis.
Haggis. Well, if I explode, it will be by that logic. It will be wool socks, oil, fish, and potatoes, and Norwegian chocolate and meat.
Do you guys have like those sharks that never die over there, or is that Greenland? That's Greenland.
That's Greenland.
What?
What-
I'm sorry, what?
Greenland. Yeah, sorry. You go.
The Greenland sharks. They're the ones that live to be like 300 years old. There's like one of them that they think like was born like 10 years after the like Declaration of Independence was signed or something. There's a super stupid old one that's just floating around forever.
Well, we have the same species running around, but not that old one. That specific one lives in Greenland.
I did
Note
not
to
know
self:
about this.
don't go to Greenland.
Yeah.
Because there's apparently a giant megalodon swimming around. Like.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Well, we do have a penguin that is knighted and is actually legally in the Royal Army. But he lives in the UK, I think.
A branch of the Air Force.
And no, he is the Marine. Haha.
Well, okay, right.
Penguin.
That makes sense.
His name is Nils the Third. I don't remember which rank he has currently because he gets upgraded every time for some reason. So now he is...
He's actually like chief of staffs of your military.
No, he is general now, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty high up.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually outranks the guy who got the penguin instated, but has passed now. So that's like, okay, yeah, no. So you better watch out. If we don't attack you with humans, we will attack you with penguins.
I'm terrified.
Yes, they are quite ferocious if they bite the right place.
I
Oh,
will never watch Happy Feet again.
Pebble the penguin.
Or penguin?
We'll fight them on the beach.
Surf's up. Cool.
Oh no. Well, when we're talking about Surf's Up, I think that's a DreamWorks one, but do you guys have, well, except for Racer, of course, do you have a favorite Disney movie? I think his is rather obvious.
oh. Yeah, probably is.
Saber, you can go first.
What was the question now?
Favorite Disney movie?
Yeah. Same movie.
Oh. I mean, Lion King's really good. Zootopia is very, very good. I watched Bambi recently, and I was like, wow, that was actually a lot prettier than I remember.
Yeah.
Much better. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. Frozen 2 is excellent. No, I'm joking.
Also, no shaming. You're allowed to like the Disney movie if you like the Disney movie.
No, I don't like that one. Gosh, Chicken Little. Nah. I have to say probably like Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, are definitely up there. Zootopia as well. So I think Zootopia is probably the best Disney animated film from the 2010s. That one, I remember when it came out, I was like, oh, I guess I'll check out this new Disney film. I was like, oh shit, this is pretty good. But then Brace was like, this is pretty good times 30.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
you have
can't
a new
type
follower.
English.
You have a
Yeah.
new follower. Yay.
Thank you. Also to Snowy, I think he is referring to if I have a publicly open Discord server. No, I do not. I'm sorry.
Darn.
What darn?
My favorite Disney movie. Most people who know me will know that I have terrible taste in movies. My favorite Disney movie is Hercules.
What? No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
It's like, oh my god, like why?
Really?
So many different reasons.
Yeah,
First
just
of all,
one big blue one.
First of all, Greek mythology for the win. Second of all, gospel music for the win. Number 3, Tate Donovan, Susan Egan, James Woods, man, dude, like,
Fire.
do not like the actor, but I like the characters he plays. So yeah, it's just one of the. You watch a Disney movie, I remember just having the most fun watching that one. And it just means a lot to me because the main character's about, hey, I'm a freak, I don't know where I belong kind of thing. I'm going to find out where I belong. And he just goes through this journey and yeah, I don't know, just it's a comfort movie and I love it. So there we go.
That's nice.
The Titans are pretty cool.
I could talk for hours about it, so I'm trying not to.
Did you go to Equestria LA the year that they had Susan?
No, I did not. What year was that?
I think it was their last year.
2017, I think.
2017, yeah.
No, darn it.
Back when the Bob was young.
I could only, I was only able to come to the US once that year, and I went for BronyCon. So yeah.
That's probably one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mine is kind of I can't choose a favorite because it's between Pocahontas and Bambi.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's a very hard choice. So usually I say Bambi is the favorite movie, Pocahontas is the favorite princess.
Okay.
Why Pocahontas? Tell me on this one.
Well, the thing for me, it's kind of a little bit the same as with Maddie for Hercules. Not a very easy childhood, and the forest was kind of the place. Also, I live on a farm, so the forest is like the backyard, big backyard. So I spent most of my time there, and like whatever wild animals were crawling around, or you know, building like small huts, or climbing trees, or you know, swimming in the lake, doing stuff like that.
That's sweet. I think it's cool when there's a film that really resonates with somebody because of a personal experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know, the grumpy little hummingbird was, of course, like a seller because he just cracked me up every time. So it was kind of like feeling the connection, but I don't know, I like very much how people are able to live more, well, self-sustain and more in harmony with nature, as they say. It's a bad way of phrasing it maybe, but like you try to live without doing too much damage to the planet, and that's how I saw most of the native people lived, at least in the movie, before I learned more stuff when I became older. So that's why it kind of hit very close to my heart, and how Pocahontas, at least in the movie, were fighting so hard for peace. She didn't want people to, well, shoot each other and do a lot of bad stuff. She was fighting so much to do what she could to make peace, and how she was able to use words instead of English. Where did you go? Yeah, and
no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and you know, talking to animals and trees. Yeah, check. So, and Bambi was more the, I don't know, I always liked deers, so it kind of stuck with me there, and how he was able to grow up the way he did and still be happy was also a big inspiration for me. So
I mean, artistically speaking, Bambi is a masterpiece.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so
That's
like,
a whole
oh my
other
gosh.
story.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, so let's let loose the lion, quote unquote. Not actually a lion. I'm gonna call him a bunny right now. Racer, would you please tell us why Zootopia is your favorite movie?
Oh, well.
So happy.
So, first off, let me just say I was very happy with the news that
Yes.
Zootopia is finally announced to be getting a sequel.
Woohoo!
So, you know, it's weird because Zootopia was a slow burn for me at first. Sarah and I think, went to see it. It was actually funny. Sarah had to not beg, but convince me to see it when we did, because we usually go to the movies on Tuesdays. It's like our movie night. But she had a rough, like, I think it was a Sunday, and she had a rough day at work. And so when she got home, I just remember she was kind of pouting, and she was like, "Can we see Zootopia?" And I was like, "Yeah, we can see Zootopia." So yeah, we went, and I remember, like, the first time I saw it, I was like, "Wow, I really, really enjoyed that." You know, that was a really good movie. You know, and then we had plans. We had some friends that wanted to see it at the. Oh, now I'm the one blanking here. The El Capitan
Welcome
Theater.
to the club.
Yeah, at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood.
Ooh.
And so, you know, they had a showing there, and we had some friends that were like, "Hey, we want to see it." So we're like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." And, you know, even going into that second viewing, it hadn't really clicked to me. And then we watched it again, and I think I was able to pay even more attention to the details of the movie. And all of a sudden I realized, I'm just like, I don't know what it is, but I really, really, really like this movie. And then there was one more time we saw it again with friends. And it was after that, I think that third showing, where I told Sarah, I was shaking my head, and I'm like, this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like I gotta see this movie like once a week for as long as it's in theaters. Like, I have to. I love seeing this movie. And yeah, like, it was. This still hasn't answered the question of what is it about the movie that just charmed the hell out of me.
Oh, I think it's two reasons.
Oh, yeah. Do you care to share?
No.
Both reasons are correct, but yeah, no, like, I mean, I could just go in order, or not really order, but I love the story. I love the message that the movie conveys. I love the animation. And this might be the biggest thing, is I love the characters. And up until that movie, like, Sarah and I are both really, really big Chip and Dale fans.
Oh, yeah.
The stripper show. We
What?
literally just. But the
Wait, well. Please tell me you're joking.
Also, we like the Chipmunks, and with the Chipmunks, you know, that's how Sarah and I met.
Okay,
And so they've always been like our favorite characters, but I've never had like a movie character favorite until that movie, where I was like, I love this character, Judy. Like, right. I was just like, I love her. Like, she's just a great character. And with all the combo, the story, the animation looking so great, you know, I love the humor
world itself.
of the world itself, and the amount of time and thought that went into it. It was just like, I love this world. And when I kept going back to the theater each time, like, because I saw it so many times in theaters, sometimes I would focus specifically on one character, and I would see things that I never noticed before. Maybe little movements that they make, little reactions that they have that you don't really see because there's so much going on the screen in front of you. And I just, yeah, I loved it. I still love it, and I'm so excited and happy that a sequel has finally been announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see like a short movie or something about the time Judy spent on the police school.
Yeah.
Like how she, also we did see a few clips about it in the movie, but like really, how was the mental struggle? How was she able to, did she get any friends there? Did she, like, how did it all go?
Yeah. Yeah, I was
so.
curious what. Oh, go on.
Oh yeah, maybe I'm just being a stick in the mud, but like, I can see where you're coming from. It would be cool to see if she had any friends, but I think the point of her just suffering and being kind of disenfranchised and trying to push through it is everything you gotta know. Where it's like she persevered. That's
Yeah,
the main thing.
That's true.
Now, Nick and Judy date night. I would like to see something like that.
Yeah.
I need to see something like that.
Well, actually, Race, what do you think the sequel is going to be? Even
I don't know, and I'm afraid to even
guess.
like when it. Yeah.
Time skip.
Because...
Judy hops on her deathbed.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Well, because I've in a way have been through this already. Because Zootopia Plus came out, and at the time it was announced, we had no idea what it was going to be. I just had hopes. My hopes were that I would really like to see more Judy and Nick, and I thought we would, and really Zootopia Plus we didn't. However, I loved Zootopia Plus. I loved what they did with all these smaller characters, and and I had a lot of fun with it. And I walked away from Zootopia Plus saying, the fact that we didn't get a lot of Judy and Nick makes me wonder if there is ideas of a sequel maybe happening. That was, of course, the optimist in me. No matter what they did with Zootopia Plus, I would have said, and now there's clearly a sequel that's going to happen. But yeah, so being here again, I am somebody who I do absolutely. I'm on the shipping train of Judy and Nick. I love their friendship. I love their relationship that they have in the first movie.
Dude,
I'd love to see that develop.
Don't say too much chip, or else we will have a Sweetie Bloom spawn.
Yep.
Chip.
No.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I as far as what could there be? Who knows? But I would be thoroughly happy if it was in some way involving an evolving relationship between the two of them. So that would be.
I'm also kind of curious. Like Nick, he had a mother at least?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think we saw or adoptive mom, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, most of us, at some point in our lives, typically. But yeah, no, Nick, we see his mother.
You see her in the mirror. She's like grabbing his little neck and tying him to his little ascot.
Yeah. It does. So it would be nice to see if maybe the sequel has a little bit of a touch of that.
You don't get it, Carrots. My great-great-great-great-grandfather, I discovered who he is. It's Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
And I have a great-great-great-uncle who wore a hat and beat around a cat with a puppet. And also one who was friends with a dog, Hunter.
Yeah, and you have that estranged cousin over in Norway that's called Mikkel, and he runs all over the town and trying to find a wife.
Whoa. Good luck, Mikael.
Yeah, Mikkel Rev. Oh boy. He is charming, cunning, and as long as you don't do him any evil, he's always happy to help.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good fox. Yeah, gosh. That's gonna be fun. Is there any other sequels coming out soon?
Frozen 3 was announced.
Frozen 3 was announced and Toy Story 5 was announced.
I think it's kind of bad that I didn't get the notice that Frozen 3 is coming out. Like, Frozen is literally supposed to be in Norway. I should know this.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I didn't know that Independence Day Resurgence came out, so no one's perfect.
Did anyone
You
know
know,
about
I did. I saw it in theaters.
Of course you did.
I also saw Magic Mike's Last Dance in theaters. Okay, so I mean,
Wow.
Magic School Bus Blast Dance.
Oh, Magic School Bus! Oh, that's a flashback in Gargoyles. Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Cool.
Yeah. Like, one of the family trips, there was like a TV, but that was at the time I didn't understand English. So I just, no, cartoon, yay, let's put it on. What's happening here? And there was gargoyles, and they were talking, and some jumping, and fighting with some kind of wand, and fighting. I was just like, this looks super interesting. I wonder what they're saying. Oh. But I do think the real struggle is not to watch a series in another language you don't understand. That's playing a video game in a language you don't understand.
Oh.
Has any of you had that experience?
I played Tetris once. That was difficult.
I played a fighting game against Hirosashi once, and that was painful.
I've never experienced that.
Okay, well, all of you are native English speakers, so yeah, less likely you guys do that. Oh, we have a question. Logan, quick question for everyone in the room. Have you ever heard of a fanfic called A Tale of Two Sunsets? Apparently it has been on TV tropes.
No.
No. Sorry, Logan.
Logan, tell us more about the fanfic that you wrote called A Tale of Two Sunsets. It's okay. Elaborate.
Yeah.
No, I always it's hey. When I walk up to people at conventions, I go, "Have you seen Brony's React? It's a great series. Check it out."
Yeah.
Really nothing to do with it. Nah. But no, I've never really read pony fanfics myself. I got into fanfics with Rescue Rangers back in the day, but yeah, I never really got into My Little Pony fanfics. And I think the difference there, honestly, is that My Little Pony was still, making content. Where when I got into the Rescue Ranger stuff, it was, people have been sitting on that for almost 20 years with. So.
Yeah. No, I don't really keep up with fanfics either. I say that, but then I remember, wait, no. There's a lot of Hercules fanfics out there that that are quite interesting because they kind of correct what the movie got wrong in regards to the Greek mythology and stuff. So, that's quite interesting. And I think the only MLP fanfic I'm familiar with is Fallout Equestria, but that's because I'm a huge Fallout fan, not so much because it's MLP as well. I was like, ooh, Fallout, yes please, because I was into that before MLP. So, but nope, I don't know anything about this Tale of Two Sunsets thing. Sorry.
I don't think he caught the sarcasm, but yeah. For my part, I heard about fanfictions, both Pony and other fandoms, but I never really got an interest until I started doing voice acting. Because that's usually what people voice act, unless they write other stuff that doesn't go on fanfic. like for now, I'm also still what's it called? Working on the audiobook for Fallout Equestria Dead Tree. It's been in produce for 2 years now. It's a bit not my cup of tea because, you know, violence and bloody stuff, but luckily the writer Fiora, she has turned it a little bit down and made it a little bit safer for me. So I
it is
appreciate
now safe for kids.
Not exactly, but most of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like sometimes I need break because my mental state. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
It can be quite intense.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Saber, how did you enter the My Little Pony fandom? Like, how did you find it? Are you a G1 fan, or did somebody introduce you?
I mean, I knew about G1 and G3, and then I saw a bubble of it all on the internet back in like 2011. You know, it was like on Know Your Meme, and I was kind of intoxicated by internet culture at the time. So glad I've cooled off since then. And then I was like, well, I want to know more. I want to be in on the joke because like I can just tell that memes are like becoming more mainstream. And looked into it, and I'm like, this actually looks kind of cool. Like it was a combination of me being fascinated with the internet culture of it all, plus the idea of cartoons coming back. Where I'm like, wait, animation's getting cool again with like Adventure Time regular show, My Little Pony. Some person who made Powerpuff Girls or worked on it, you know, oh, okay. I watched the episodes and like saw the cool community kind of popping up, whether it be ironic or not. Both, I guess. And I was like, got really into it. And I was like, hell, this is cool. And that's how I got into it.
Okay. Easy and straightforward. Okay. Racer, how about you? Racer.
So I was at the Chippendale Strip Club, and
I'm just gonna put this here. Yeah.
I had so at the Chippendale forum that I was at, I saw people, including at the time my girlfriend, now wife,
Waffy.
Sarah was yeah, my waffle. She was starting to get into the show through friends and whatnot, and I think I had seen a couple of videos, some meme videos about it, but I still had no interest of actually watching the show. And it was Sarah who said, "Hey, watch one episode with me," and I was mildly offended at the idea. I was like, "No, like, no,
Why?
I'm a dude." Well, so I mean, I grew up, you know, watching cartoons as a kid, and I oftentimes would see the commercials for the old My Little Pony toys. So I knew the branding. I knew what My Little Pony was, and I knew that it wasn't something that I was interested in. I was like, yeah, that's the little girl's show, you know, which at the time, I mean, it's still, that's the beauty of it, is it still is. But I wasn't incredibly open to it. Like, I don't know if it's something I ever would have gotten into if Sarah hadn't suggested it. You know, I don't know if I would have watched one episode. So she's like, just watch one episode with me, and that's it. Like, I won't bother you about it anymore. Like, okay. And I'm thinking, like, I'm gonna show her. And so she showed me Fall Weather Friends. I am a motorsports fan, so the idea of watching a racing episode, she's like, nah. And I was very surprised by both Rainbow Dash and Applejack. They were both characters I did not expect to see in this show. I expected very, you know, girly, you know, and again, this was my mindset at the time, very, you know, girly, like, oh, this isn't going to interest me. And so I was already, like, immediately, like, in the first minute of watching, I was surprised at the characters. Like, oh, they're actually kind of interesting. Maybe even kind of cool. Okay. And I enjoyed the episode enough, but I thought I'm good. I don't need to watch anymore. And I had that week I moved into my dorm at my university, and they had this weird thing where you had to move into your dorm a week before the semester started. So I was just there, and I was just had my computer. I'm like, well, maybe I'll watch one more. Maybe I'll watch the season opener, just see what it's about. And I ended up watching the entire first season in 3 days, and was like, oh shit. All right, maybe. Sorry, I don't know if you're allowed to say bad words on this, but I did, and I'm not in convention form. But yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. You're right. That is the same Steve Harvey thing. And yeah, and I really enjoyed the entire thing, and part of the reason why I decided to watch through the episodes was because season 2 was getting ready to start. So yeah, I got into it, and through my years of being into the show and being into the fandom and all that, that's where now it's weird for me to say it in the same vein where, when I say, oh, I expected it to be really girly. And the beautiful part of this is, some people are like, yeah, people think this is a show for little girls, and it's like, but that's the thing, it is, and that's what's wonderful about it, is that it's great, like, yeah, like, it's a show that is, for everyone. It was made for everyone, but at its core, we don't take away the fact that it is a show, for young children, and that everyone's able to enjoy it. Like, now we have shows popping up like Bluey, where it's like here's this show that is absolutely aimed at a very young audience, but it doesn't mean that it can't be enjoyed by an older audience, and that's the kind of creation that I'm so fond of now. That it's like that's so cool that we were able to have that. So yeah, that is how I got into My Little Pony, and so this is all Sarah's fault. Anything involving me, it's Sarah's fault, and I'm forever grateful for it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying here is blame the waffle.
Blame the waffle.
Blame the waffle.
Why not? It's all the waffle's fault. Do not trust the waffle. So,
Right.
Maddie, how did you join?
Yes. Oh, lordy. Okay, so way back in 2013 it was. Yeah.
Legal.
So this 2013 was a difficult year for me because that was the year that both of my sisters left to go to university, and then a few of my friends had moved away at the time, and I'd finished college by then, I think, so I didn't really have an awful lot of friends to talk to about stuff that I was interested in, and so I had avoided My Little Pony because I thought, similar to AC, like, oh, that's a show for like really little girls, and sadly, historically speaking, a lot of animated shows that are aimed for girls are of either poor quality or are just so like, ooh, all little girls are the same. They all like tea parties and dancing and all this kind of stuff and all that. But saying that, like, G1 was still like, it had some really hardcore stuff in it at the beginning. But yeah. Anyway, it wasn't really a show that appealed to me. I was into like Batman and all that kind of stuff as a kid. I wasn't into stuff that was made for girls, and My Little Pony was just something I was not interested in. But then I saw some screenshots from Generation 4, and it was some screenshots of Twilight's face from Lesson 0. And I didn't believe that that was from a real show. I thought, oh, that's just something that someone drew up. That's like a crazy face. There's the picture of her face with this bird nest on her head. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So I thought, okay, fine, I'll give it a watch. And I think my first episode was A Candlelight Wedding, which is very Disney-esque in its structure. So that appealed to me at first. And then I started from the beginning. And then I eventually got to, I can't remember the name of the episodes, that's terrible, but the episodes that Discord first appears in. And I grew up loving Star Trek. And John Delancey plays Q in Star Trek. So when I heard his voice on this show coming out of Discord, I'm like, oh, okay. So kind of by association, I carried on watching it because there was a few more voice actors I knew from Star Trek that were in it. So yeah, but then because I started watching this show, I was also... I started my channel in 2011 and I was looking for more things to talk about. And then I started talking about My Little Pony, and then I discovered, oh, there is a whole community of people that do this exclusively on YouTube, which is crazy. And so I met a lot of like the people in the analysis community for that, like Silver Quill and Lightning Bliss and Dr. Wolf and a whole bunch of others. And then, like, I think that was around the time I also started watching your stuff, Saber, as well. So
I'm so sorry.
I know, right? It's your fault. No, I'm kidding. So, but because it really ignited a passion in me for creating analytical content, and I would refer to My Little Pony as the vehicle that kept me going for this long. It's not the reason I started, but it's the reason I kept going. Or more to the point, the people that I met through the fandom were the people that kept me going with this. If I don't know where I would be if I didn't meet these people at that point in time, because like I said, that was a very difficult time with so people moving away within a very short time period, because like I said, we'd just finished college, so everyone was moving back home or was moving somewhere else or whatever. And then my sisters were going off to university again. So, yeah. That's how it started. But there's so much more to that as well, because I met my now husband because of this fandom. So MLP means a lot to me. And there's a whole story there that I would love to go into more detail, but I know we're short on
next
time,
chill and chat, Maddie's
the next chill and
stories.
yeah.
Yeah. The chill and chats are always open. Like, I have a server where people can, like, hey, can I have a chill and chat with these two, and we plan a schedule, or I have different tags on people, like YouTubers or TikTokers or fanfiction writers, and like I tag them like, hey, is there some con representatives that wants to have a chill and chat about cons, do and don'ts, or stuff like that. Like the next one is going to be about collabs, do and don'ts, and I have 3 people lined up, and we are trying to land on a time and day, so that's going to be fun.
That's a good topic.
Importante.
I am looking at all the food that is surrounding me, and I am so ready for dinner at this point.
Yeah,
that is good. Yeah,
I'm laughing because like the muffin and the donut.
Too.
Oh yes,
yeah,
the muffin and the donut is the same size as me.
Yeah.
Like...
we are actually we are actually over the 2-hour mark, so
we are. Yeah.
No wonder you're hungry. The time is up. Food is ready to be consumed.
It's my own fault.
Oh, we can't blame the waffle this time.
No, not this time. I want to say thank you so much to both of you. I know this has been it's been a journey to get this scheduled, and I'm so grateful that both of you and Maddie gave of your time to be able to do this. It's been a blast.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for your patience.
Anytime. Just I was a bit worried that I was making more of a nuisance than anything. So.
Oofta, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's Oofta. There you go. E-learning! Yay!
Hey!
The more you know. Do-do-do-do.
If I was a rich man.
Would move to Norway. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, without further ado, and hopefully people can get to the real dinner and not just being surrounded by food, please say what you want to say when you, I don't know, end your streams or saying goodbye to people, and then we can find somebody to raid. Do-do-do-do.
Ah, okay.
Well, I again, thanks for having us. For anyone that is wondering, you can find me at ACRacerbest on YouTube. Also, like I talked about, Ready Player Dumb. If you haven't, go ahead and check out the gaming channel with Sarah and I. We have a lot of fun with that, and there's a whole bunch. We upload 2 videos a day every day of the week.
Wow.
So there's a whole bunch of games that we've been playing since we started in 2020. So yeah, and again,
Jesus.
thanks for having.
Say
You'll never find me.
well, we already have the links down below to everything,
None
so
of you will ever find me. You got nothing on me, Kappa. SaberSpark, just Google it on E621 and you'll find me.
I'm gonna Bing you.
Bring me, right? Ask Jeeves.
Oh, if there's anything you need to know, just ask Jeeves.
Maddie?
I'm Mad Munchkin. Stay creative. Wash your hands, put your shopping carts away, wear your seatbelt, and survive the apocalypse. And
Save your work.
and all that stuff. Save your work. Yeah, I forgot that one. Yeah. No, but you can find my stuff on YouTube. Mad Munchkin is the name I go by. I am also on obviously on Twitter and Instagram. I'm not on DeviantArt anymore because screw them. Yeah.
Shenanigans.
That was a terrible outro, but there you go.
It works, no worries. You should have seen some of mine. Ugh. Let's see. On my list, I have Fiora the Tank Girl, who's streaming Pokemon, Black and White, and I have Scale Railroad, who is playing SnowRunner?
Oh.
Who do you guys want to raid?
Flip a coin.
Pop a coin. I don't have a coin. Can somebody flip a coin?
Heads.
Tails.
Yeah, we need the coin. Okay, I have a silver quill stress ball. So face or tail, it's Fiora, and if it's wings, then it's Sky Railroad.
Right.
Ready?
Okay, deal.
Good.
Sure.
You have to land. Wing. So we are going with Sky Railroad.
All right, Sky
Yeah.
Railroad.
Woo!
Nice.
With the rail with all the trains.
Trains
Exhibition.
and prance cards. Woo!
Nice.
Yes.
Well, thanks again for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
this
for
was
being
fun.
here.
All right.
It's been a lot of
Thanks
fun.
for, thank you.
Bye
Mm.
bye.
Bye.
Say bye, everybody. Stay safe, stay kind, and stay brownie. Bye.
Get money.